Hello everyone, happy Sunday, it's me Krasimir Panayotov and we are back in the YouTube channel with another weekly Forex analysis. We are here on the Euro USD chart, the weekly chart, and we're observing what is going on and what kind of trades we can take for this week. Now, let me guys show you what we have recently had or whatever on the daily chart. After the flag pattern we had a strong push to the downside, very nice trend, and currently what I'm waiting for is a breakout from this bearish trend. If that happens and if we start forming some sort of a head and shoulders pattern, then we can expect another move, corrective move to the upside, and that would be beautiful. So if we have the head and shoulders pattern or some reversal pattern, we can see some correction to the upside. Why so? Because when the market is oversold, it needs some more time for new sellers to step in. So let's take our Fibonacci and see what we have. So we pretty much need 50-60% retracement, maybe even 40. It's enough to see some more sellers stepping into the market, pushing the price even lower than it currently is. So let's go to the weekly and see what we have. Okay, we have broken major support areas which now turn into resistance, and there are about to be nice areas where we can look for another short opportunities. So let's continue forward. Can this trend actually continue lower? Yes, of course. We're in a very strong downtrend, and we were currently at the last support from the recent 3-4 years. So even more, that's like 5 years period, the weekly chart. But personally, on the daily chart, you already see typical reversal, not a reversal, but a signal that reversal may happen. And this is the pregnant pattern. So this is the mother and this is the baby, which is inside the mother's body. So it is possible, if we see some strong bullish candles which breaks this trend, to see some bullish momentum, and this is what I personally expect. Now let's check out the other charts and let's see the Great Britain pound against the US dollar. So currently we have also touched or kissed or smelt the lower support area, and here we also see a very strong downtrend on the weekly chart, very oversold market, so it's logical we to observe some sort of pullback to the upside. And what better pullback than the previous resistance zone? So here we can see some nice opportunity for another shorts and continuing with the bearish trend, and this is what I personally expect, that guys. Of course, on the euro and on the GBP we can see some little bit more push to the downside, especially on the euro. It's very interesting that here we can make some fake breakout, so we can go a little bit lower, we can catch all the stop losses here, and the big banks to start getting longs here and make some reversal. Let's see also the USD JPY and what is going on here. As you can see, the dollar is absolutely furious against the JPY, and on the weekly we see the first sign of a reversal. Bearish engulfing candle, not the very best, but an early sign of a potential correction. And here we have a few zones which can act as a support. very beautiful zones. Let's also draw the Fibonacci levels on this chart. This is the monthly chart currently. So here we also have a little space to the upside to this previous high, which can be also targeted, but let's draw first the Fibonacci like this. So yeah, we pretty much can push back or to the previous high over here, or even lower to the 40%, 50%, why not even 61%. Here you can see some interesting supply and demand zone, which can be a target for this correction if such occurs. Now let's open the USD Canadian dollar. And in the previous video, guys, we have spoke about this weekly consolidation, so I'm about to mark it once again where it is and why I cannot expand it. Okay, it limits my expansion, but it's pretty much all this a consolidation area, a rejection candle on USD CAD, which is a pretty nice signal for a reversal. So it's possible to see another bearish move at least to the 50% of this whole trend, or why not to the previous support area, which is around 1.24 500 or 1.25. This is something which I would take. If not, if we continue breaking higher, then it's pretty easy. The trade is you just take the size of the consolidation, you apply it to the upside. So somewhere here, guys, we can take our profit if the price continue bullish, but if not, it's pretty big chance to see a huge drop to the downside. And if then we see a breakout below this support area, then we can look for some potential sells as big as is the size of this consolidation. So we can pretty easily get to these previous lows over here. So that would be a nice take profit target. For now, that's it for this pair. Now let's see GBP JPY and what we have here. Okay, here we already have a nice correction to the downside, and we have tapped into the support area, and as you can see already it triggered many buyers, which says that on the daily we see a strong bullish candle and a bullish momentum. Now of course we can continue with the trend and we can target the previous high over here, or we can even make a higher high, which usually happens. Now let's make on the upper side of the channel, we see something like a channel here, right? Very nice trending channel. So usually the price keep standing in this channel, we can observe some new bullish trends. If not, then of course we may see some sort of a M pattern and we can start reversing, but that's less likely to happen. Let's see also some other charts, guys. Let's see what we have on the Euro JPY. Okay, we have talked about the potential formation of this head and shoulders pattern on the previous video, as far as I can remember. So it's very beautiful here how we have the nice left shoulder, the head and the right shoulder. This is a perfect example of the head and shoulders pattern, and usually when such drop happens there is a 61% chance to push back to the neckline, and this is exactly what is currently happening. So from there we can take a sell position and target the whole head of the pattern. So let's see, the price goes back a little bit more, and then if it decides to make another bearish move, then we can target this zone right here, this support area. That would be nice trade. The best example of what it will be like the price to reversal is a few small candles over here of consolidation, and only then a massive shoot to the downside. This is how I see the things. Now let's go to the weekly and see the bigger picture, because this can be just a small correction of some more bullish move. And as you can see, guys, it's pretty bullish. The price is pretty bullish, and this looks like a correction which may lead to another bullish move. So we can trade the head and shoulders pattern, but we have to measure the risk, because on the weekly the price is pretty bullish still. For now, I would definitely try the head and shoulders pattern, but there is a chance that this is all fake and will go bullish. So be careful with your risk. You can set your stop loss somewhere here, or even above the right shoulder. So if something wrong, go, so you can be protected. Let's see some other charts, guys. Let's see what is going on the Euro CAD. As you can see on the USD CAD, the CAD stabilized its value. So let's see on the Euro CAD what we observe. Yeah, it's a pretty bearish situation here on the Euro CAD, and we start forming something like an expansion wedge pattern, which is looking like this. So we can go even a little bit lower, then make another push to the upside, then maybe another attempt to the downside, or maybe breakout and a potential move to the upside. This is what I currently see. Also, this looks like a start of a consolidation. So we have, it's so sad that I can't use today the rectangle, but it's okay. So this is your consolidation between these highs and lows, and usually the price starts bouncing up between these two support and resistance area, and this will continue until we see some breakout or above or below the consolidation. So this is something we can expect on this pair. Let's check out also the AUD USD, and as you can see, a nice bullish move on the AUD USD. It seems like this support which happened got broken, but it looks like it's about to reverse. So this may be a fake breakout. So we have to observe this zone. If the price starts going back bearish, then we'll see another push to the downside, I'm sure. If this starts strong bullish candle, we can see some reversals and potential moves to the upside. Here we also can see the expansion wedge pattern. I will draw it like this so you can see. So the next logical move is we to target the previous resistance in the pattern, the consolidation pattern, and if the price then breaks out, we can see some huge move to the upside, nearly as big as is the size of the pattern. So something like this. The same thing if the price breaks bearish. So that's it for now, guys, on this pair. For now, for the weekly, we have reached a support area right here, a demand zone, and it's possible with to reverse. So if the Euro USD start reversing, the GBP start reversing, and the other pairs start reversing, then we can sell some dollars. That would be profitable. Okay guys, let's now see gold and what we have here. So we have spoke the previous week about this pin-bar candle, which is not the best one, but we have a small body and a big wick. Okay, but we didn't respect this support area, so we continued the rally to the downside, and we are now in an interesting supply and demand zone, this big huge thing over here. Okay guys, why can't use the rectangle pattern? It's absolutely unusable. So on the monthly we are pretty bearish. It's half of the month, but here I don't see any good opportunities for trading. But I will tell you one thing. Here we have a very strong trend to the downside, and usually such trends, when they end, follows a huge correction. So I'm gonna take the Fibonacci numbers, and if we see some push to the upside, we can correct again to the 50-60% of the Fibonacci, or even the 38% is a good target, since we have a resistance zone over here. So let's see, the first thing we need to wait is the breakout of this very bearish trend. Okay, and that's it for this market, guys. Let's see something else, maybe OD CHF. Okay, we have spoke about this beautiful flag pattern. So if we break these highs over here, we can see another push to the upside to this previous resistance zone, and that would be a beautiful trade. We have a very strong bullish candle, engulfing candle on the daily from the last Friday. We have closed above these highs, which is a good signal. So I would take trade in such a chart with a stop loss somewhere here below the previous lows, and I'll take profit target the next resistance zone. Okay, so you pretty much understand here the chances are 50-50. We still didn't break above the flag pattern, so we still don't have the flag pattern completed. Okay, and the price can just reject the zone here, continue to the downside and make some huge move. So this is why we can set a small stop loss and a high take profit target. If you want to enter the bullish trade after we actually break the flag pattern, then the best thing is you wait for the breakout, you wait for a correction, and then you enter a bullish position with the same target, but with a much smaller risk. So you can set your stop loss here or somewhere below the middle of the consolidation, and that would be a good trade also. So these are the two ways how you can trade this pattern. Usually I don't take the buys here, but because of this super bullish, super beautiful engulfing candlestick, I see it as a pretty nice bullish opportunity. Okay guys, and that's pretty much it for this weekly analysis. Let's see OD CAD. Here we have reached a support zone, so we can make a correction to the upside. But if the cat continue to be that strong, it's okay we to see some further bearishness on this chart. Okay guys, that's it for this weekly analysis. I wish you to stay positive, to believe in yourself, and to never surrender your trading system. Even if you make mistakes, learn from them, don't regret nothing, and don't blame yourself. If you are worthy to believe in yourself, you can make it. Successful week. See you in the next videos. Peace.
All I need is